to your daily WOD Brief. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, and I'm here to take you guys through the workout of the day, all right? Let's go ahead and start with your warm-up. Your warm-up, you guys have a 5-minute EMOM. So every minute on the minute for 5 minutes, you guys will be doing 15 jumping jacks, 10 prone shoulder raises, 8 Michael Phelps, and then a tabletop hold with the remaining time. So you have 60 seconds to complete that much work, all right? Let's go ahead and start with your jumping jacks. We're gonna start in a pencil position. You'll jump your feet out, hands come up, and we're gonna be rebounding on the balls of our feet, okay? You guys have 15 of those guys. Then you guys have 10 prone shoulder raises, okay? So you're gonna be on the ground, arms are gonna be extended in front of you. I'd like to see thumbs up, okay? And you're going to peel your chest off the ground the best you can, and then pull your biceps past your ears while keeping your arms locked out and those toes on the ground, okay? You'll give me 10 of those. And then give me 8 Michael Phelps, so 4 each side you could say. So you're gonna open up and then close off, and then switch the arm that's on top and on the bottom. So open up and then close off. Okay, looking for big extension here, and then a big close off here, right? Touch as far back on those shoulder blades as you can. Last but not least, you guys have a tabletop hold. So you guys are gonna be in your tabletop position, meaning hands are gonna be under your shoulders, facing forward. Heels are gonna be underneath your knees. You're gonna drive through your heels and push your hips up and your chest out. You're gonna feel a stretch in your shoulders, and we're gonna be activating our glutes here. So again, we're driving through those heels, using our booty cheeks and our hamstrings to keep our hips high and press our chest towards the ceiling, okay? So, you guys again have 60 seconds to complete that. Once the top of the next minute starts, you guys will restart that whole process. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into part 1. Today for part 1, you guys have 4 sets of 12 upright rows, and you're gonna be supersetting those with 4 sets of 10 reverse flies on each side. So you'll do 12 upright rows, and then 10 reverse flies on the right, 10 reverse flies on the left, okay? And we're gonna move through that for 4 sets. Let's go ahead and talk about your upright rows. So if you guys have a barbell, you guys can use that. If you guys have an odd object or a backpack or some kind of duffel bag, those are also good options as well, okay? I have small hands, so the dumbbell will work okay for me, but if you're not able to get your hands gripped into that metal portion, it might be a little bit difficult for your elbows to clear what they need to clear on those upright rows. So maybe grab a heavier backpack or a heavier duffel bag. So upright rows, you guys are gonna grab the object, hands are gonna be next to each other, feet are gonna be underneath your shoulders, okay? Legs are gonna be locked out, quads are tight, belly buttons pulled back towards your spine. You're gonna give me a big shrug, and then elbows are gonna come high. Okay? That object stays nice and close to your body, and you keep your spine nice and vertical. Make sure we're not sticking our butt out, we're not leaning forward. Make sure you're not sticking your hips forward and leaning back. Right? We wanna make sure our hips stay stacked underneath our shoulders all the way through. Okay? So those are your upright rows. Next, you guys have your reverse flies. I know for me that these are gonna be a hell of a lot lighter than my upright rows. So make sure you guys choose something you can work with good form and technique. So I'm gonna use this backpack, and I'm gonna get into a bent over position. So I'm gonna have a slight bend in my knees, and I'm gonna push my hips back to get my chest as parallel to the ground as possible. However, I do wanna make sure I keep my shoulders above my hips. I don't wanna have my shoulders come below my hips, okay? So arms are gonna start at the bottom here in front of your chest. We're gonna have a slight bend to the elbow, and it's gonna stay there. You're gonna pull up, out, and then back in. Let's see if you know this way. So up, out, and then back in. You wanna make sure that your hand gets in line with your shoulder. And again, you guys can keep that fixed bend to your elbow. Make sure it doesn't increase as you go, and make sure it doesn't stay locked down, okay? So you guys will do 10 on the right and then 10 on the left. Okay, let's go ahead, let's jump into part 2 today. You guys have a workout called Turbo Killer. What you guys are gonna do is you're gonna work your way down by 2s from 20 to 10 of bent over rows on each side, and then box jumps. So you'll do 20 bent over rows on the right, 20 bent over rows on the left, 20 box jumps. 18 bent over rows on the right, 18 bent over rows on the left, 18 box jumps. You'll go 16 and 16, 14, 14, 12, 12, 10, 10, okay? Your score for today is going to be the total time it takes you to complete this workout. And what should this workout feel like? It should be a mid-workout. I'm looking for times between, my best guess is 12 and 20 minutes, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about weight here. What kind of weight should you be working with? Well, I would suggest working a weight with on your first set of 20, maybe you have to break those up on each side. So maybe I'm gonna have to go 10 on my right, 10 on my left, and then go back to my right and do 10, and then back to my left and do 10, okay? Anything lighter than that might be a little bit too light. You're welcome to go a little bit heavier as long as you guys can keep this workout under that 20-minute marker, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about these bent over rows. You guys are gonna be in the same position that you guys were in for your reverse flies. So again, feet are going to be about shoulder width distance apart, slight bend of the knees, push the hips back. Okay, if you guys need to stabilize yourself, you guys can use some kind of surface like a desk or a table. You guys can even use your own body so your hand can be locked down on your knee. But you're going to keep your elbow tight to your side, pull that dumbbell to your armpit, and then lock it back out at the bottom, okay? Again, I'm looking for the elbow to stay tight, that dumbbell to get to your armpit, and for you to lock it back out. A couple things I don't want to see. I don't want to see around to your back, okay? I don't want to see an upright torso. I want to make sure your hips are back and you have a stretch back to our hamstrings back there. And I don't want to see a big kip, okay? Make sure your shoulders are squared off the best you can to the floor, making sure you minimize the amount of openness we get up top here. Keep it squared off, okay, or closed off. Next, on your box jumps. If you guys have a box, excellent, cool, I love that. Prescribed height for the ladies, maybe 24 inches. For the guys, maybe 30. If you're not sure how tall your surface is that you can safely jump onto, maybe for the ladies and guys about knee height, okay? If you guys do have a box, we're gonna go with a 2-foot takeoff and a 2-foot landing, right? Hips open all the way up before you step down. So make sure you guys are getting full extension of the hips when you guys jump onto that surface before you guys step back down, okay? If we don't have a box, we're gonna scale to tuck jumps, okay? These are, to me, I think they're pretty difficult as well. Your goal in a tuck jump is to get your knee past your hip crease, okay? So that's how high we wanna be touching our knees when we go for our tuck jumps. So a prescribed tuck jump, you'll jump up, okay? If we're gonna be scaling, we can scale the range of motion. So just get your knees up as high as you can, okay? Or you guys can give me quick steps. So you guys can find an object and you guys can quick step on that object, okay? That's your workout for today. If you guys would like, you can post your scores below. If you have any questions, ask away. We also have started a 21-day lifestyle challenge. We'd love for you to be a part of that. So if you guys have any questions about that, comment below. We'll get back to you as quick as we can. We've extended our registration date open for the rest of the week. So if you guys haven't jumped on it yet, go ahead and sign up. We'd love to help get you guys started with that. All right, have a great day.